Hello everybody, I'm glad you're here. I received some very nice comments about the first part of the interview with Kakizakai sensei, so thank you very much for that. I'm glad the gaps in my knowledge didn't put you off. In the first part, we talked about the KSK, its history, current form, and its future. If you've not seen that yet, there is a link in the description and also up here. In the remainder of the interview, we talked about playing shakuhachi in general and about Kakizakai sensei himself, including his views on shakuhachi and Zen. After reviewing the material, I felt that each really was a discussion in itself, so I decided to split it up into 2 more videos. So in the video today, we are talking about how to practice shakuhachi, tone color, and tuning and traditional Japanese music. So without further ado, here's the second part. Other topic, so playing shakuhachi. So I thought for people on my channel, this might be quite interesting because many of them are beginners and they are trying to find their way in shakuhachi and experimenting if they like it and so on. So just a few questions on just playing shakuhachi in general. What's the most difficult thing about playing shakuhachi? What do you think?
Making good tone.
Okay.
And pitch control.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Those are shugyo. In Japanese, shugyo is a discipline. I think.
Yeah.
For example. Karate people do same shape, same thing. Kendo athlete does, they say kata geiko, doing the same thing many times. This is, in real match, they have to do many ways, but same thing many times. This is very important. I thought this is only Japanese martial arts.
Right.
But for example, baseball, they practice swing many times. Basketball player practices shoot without enemy.
Yes.
So this is the same as karate person. So a simple long tone, long, just many practice, pitch control practice. This makes even you practice only this note, but other notes will be nicer at the same time.
Yes.
So kata geiko, simple practice, is very important.
Yeah.
This is very difficult.
Is it what do you mean? Is it difficult to make it very well, so high quality, or is it difficult repeating it every day,
both.
Many times?
Both. Doing it every day.
Do you like this repetition? Do you like playing robuki for a long time?
Actually,
practice?
I have heard, how can I say, good story. In no drama, no drama world.
No theater, yes.
They say if you don't practice one day, no God will notice.
Okay.
Or you didn't play. If you don't practice 2 days, you yourself will know. Or be different, not smooth. I don't know. If you don't practice 3 days, your colleague will know, will notice. 4 days, audience notice. Okay. Oh, scary. So when I have a big stage, I play long time, 30 minutes or more.
Wow.
I feel, my tone is nicer than usual.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But after the big stage, originally I'm lazy, so stop that long, simple, long blow practice.
Yeah.
But probably my tone gets worse.
Right.
But even worse, but my tone is many cases better than my students. So I don't care.
Right. Okay.
But I don't notice this. So probably this is the God.
God knows. The shakuhachi God.
Shakuhachi God knows this much. And next time I practice, better than usual. This happens.
Okay.
So keep the good tone. This is very difficult.
Yeah.
And This is a very, very basic thing. I have heard nice word. Knowledge has a memory. Emotion doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Baby, very cute. Today, cute. Tomorrow, cute. This is to emotion. But something, knowledge, I learned yesterday. Today, I know this. Just I know this.
Yeah.
So memory. Emotion doesn't have memory. So one good tone should be to audience emotion. Very quick phrase making. First time, great. But second time, I know. This is a knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So knowledge, just knowledge to emotion.
Yes.
I would like to play.
Yeah.
So simple one blow, good sound itself is very important to move emotion.
Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah. It's playing very quickly and complicated. Of course, it's very impressive. So, but
for example, circular breathing. Wind instrument players recently they use circular breathing. First time I heard, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He played 5 minutes, keeping continuously. Wow. But next time I learned, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I know.
Not interesting anymore.
Not interesting.
Yes.
But one single tone, one blow. This has very strong power. Move emotion to come to the emotion very much.
Yes. Yeah, I completely agree. So, because you were mentioning robuki, of Watazumi Doso, I heard many times that he said you have to practice 10 minutes of robuki every day, and then you can become a shakuhachi master. So that seemed to be, I don't know very much about him, but that sort of seemed to be the core of what people tell about him. So that he said 10 minutes of robuki. So do you think 10 minutes is good? Do you think just playing robuki is enough to really...
Okay, good question. I start my daily shakuhachi practice by robuki, simple law. But I don't decide. Usually I don't care how long. So my image is, yesterday I practiced, for example, 2 hours, and in the end of the practice, my tone is kind of good quality. So I want to make the quality tone. So sometimes when my condition is good, starting the practice, but 2 minutes, it's okay. I can make almost the same sound as yesterday's after long practice quality. So 2 minutes is enough on that day. But sometimes, many times I can say, many times, my tone can't be good as yesterday's. So I need long time, many cases more than 10 minutes. Otherwise my tone can't be nice as yesterday's good sound.
Right.
So I don't decide 10 minutes. Depends on the condition.
Right, okay.
But I can say many times more than 10 minutes. 2 minutes, rare case.
Do you think it's possible to play robuki too long? So after a while, of course, you will get tired and then maybe it gets more difficult producing a tone, or it's starting to tense up or something like that. So I'm just asking because I've heard that it's not so good to practice for too long, because then you get tired and then this is not good for practice. So
I had heard nice story. It was made by a koto player. Koto player said, after a long time of practicing, get tired. But whole body should get tired. It means use here. So many students tired here, get tired only here, only here. Shakuhachi play the same. playing this. Only this arm get tired.
Yes.
By this situation, condition, and playing long time, not good. 1 hour blowing, tired. Whole body, not part.
Yeah.
If you can control whole body like that, very good.
Okay.
You don't need to care how long.
Yeah.
And even the tiredness doesn't influence worse to the ambition, everything.
Yeah. Okay. That's a very, very interesting way of looking at it. Because you were mentioning how you start your daily practice, so what do you typically do for practicing? Do you practice every day? What do you do? I'm assuming you practice sumeri, because sumeri is...
Yes, after row, I practice sumeri.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Row, because row to sumeri, we needed to change head angle, and we have to open the first row just a little bit. How much? Depends on this angle difference. So yesterday it was okay, but after getting up, long time sleeping, the sensitivity is different. Yeah, a little bit ambiguous. So I have to return. It's probably the same as a violinist.
Yes.
Violinist, everything is easy to be ambiguous. So come back to yesterday's good condition. Probably they need long time. We have to control too many. This is the most difficult thing, or some more difficult thing. To decide how much I should open, how much I should change angle. So return to the yesterday's feeling.
Yes.
So it takes some minutes. And add medi, so to make low pitch. And add medi again and low die medi.
Yes. Okay.
These three, tsumeri, low pitch, tsumeri, low die medi. These three, we have much more many notes, but these three are very difficult, important.
Yes. Okay. And then, so a typical musical practice session, you would do some warm-up, maybe robuki, and then you would do technical exercises, maybe tsumeri, or maybe some other notes. So what do you do after technical exercises? Is it
just row and tsumeri and chill paran, something little bit, and practice a piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard that in traditional Japanese music, tone color is more important than tone pitch, or than pitch.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
Pitch control is the most important thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
this is what you tell me a lot during lessons. So I was just wondering, because so in the West, and I see this with my students a lot as well. So when I try to explain the difference between re-roll and ha-roll, for example, it always takes some time for them to really understand why it's different, and that it is a different emotion that is connected with these two. So that it's not just the convenience of fingering, but that the tone color is very important. And so then sometimes I have the impression that, I mean, of course, in Western music, sound color is also important, but it seems that people in a concert, for example, a wrong pitch, they easily recognize. But if it's a different sound, if it's a different tone color, it seems there's not a high sensitivity for this. And again, my knowledge is very limited, but what I heard about traditional Japanese music is that the tone color is very important. And some people have said that, which you already spoke against, but some people have said that tone color is even more important than pitch, and that for us, when we hear, for example, old recordings of shakuhachi music, that for us it sounds very strange because the tuning is not what we would expect, and it's not very consistent, but it changes as well. And then the explanation was, yes, but the tone color on these recordings, this is what sort of carries the music. Whereas the Western sentiment would be more that it's the pitch, the sequence of notes, that is the core of the music. So, sorry, I spoke for a long time, but
yeah, so I don't think it's a contradiction, but pitch control is the first priority. But our Honkyoku traditional pieces, we make low pitch by adding meri to tsume. Of course, very different tone color. But it's not easy to control the pitch. But we shouldn't use real low instead of deep tsume. So because tone color. I don't think this is contradiction. Pitch control is important. If so, you can use low, real low.
Yeah.
It's easy to make the right pitch, but we don't do so.
Yes.
Even I say pitch control is the first priority. I don't say so. I don't do so.
Right.
So this is, we have to make that tone color. And one more thing. Sorry. When we make for example, okay, I can say, for example, low daimeri, otsu no low daimeri, when we can make right pitch, it has special tone color. So the special tone color is important. If you can make the special tone color, even the pitch is not right, it's okay, I think.
Okay.
This is very strange. It's possible to think as a contradiction, but to make the special tone color, we have to make that pitch.
Okay.
The right pitch and that tone color has very strong relation. So even I don't have a perfect pitch. When my student starts a piece with low daimeri, I can feel, oh no, your low daimeri is too sharp, because it's not right tone color. To make the right tone color is very important. Tone color is important, I can say.
Right.
To make the right tone color, it's very important to make the right pitch. Otherwise, you cannot make the right tone color.
Yeah. So for me, it took quite a while to really, so maybe a typical learning experience for me as well to really understand this importance of tone color. So especially in some of the old recordings, the tuning system seems to be different from Western equal temperament tuning anyway. And for some notes like tsumeri or u, for example, playing Honkyoku, it's still lower than the Western equivalent. But it seems that when I listen to old recordings, it seems that many pitches are not the same as the Western equivalent. Is this intentional, or is this, I don't know, where does this come from? Is it a traditional Japanese tuning, or has it been one and it doesn't exist anymore?
In all over the world, for example, semitone, not the same. Even with Western style semitone, some tuning ways. So depending on that, not the same.
Right.
So maybe narrow, I don't know, too wide. I don't think it would be too wide, but these are a bit narrow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can say that in traditional shakuhachi music, the semitone should be a bit narrow. I don't know why, but I like that. So when the semitone is a bit narrower than Western style, the feeling is just a little bit darker. Not strong sunshine, cloud feeling. This is suitable pitch to Honkyoku, I think.
Yes, again, one of these things, it took me quite a while, but now I really appreciate that as well. So you have a reputation of being able to play very loud, so especially robuki. And recently there was a discussion on social media whether it's actually good to play and to practice loud robuki. What do you think? So I think the sentiment was that this is just a sport trying to make strong, loud roll and making it sound like a brass instrument, and so this honking roll is a phrase that is sometimes used. So what do you say? Is there an argument for not trying to practice playing loud roll?
Yeah, you have to carefully listen to when I play. When I play low, loud, but I don't use that big low in piece. So always I say to students, you have to be a Mercedes. Here we are in UK, so I should say Jaguar. Rolls Royce is okay. Good car. It's possible to drive up to 200 kilometers per hour. The engine is strong enough to drive at 200 kilometers per hour. Brake is good enough. Body strength is good enough to, even the accident happens at 200 kilometers per hour, it's okay. And drive at 80 kilometers per hour. It's gorgeous. But the small car, the limit is 19 kilometers per hour, and drive at 80 kilometers per hour. This is not gorgeous. So it's felt. Even the same 80 kilometers per hour, but impression is clearly different. So we should be able to be a Jaguar that it's possible to drive at 200 kilometers per hour and drive at 80 kilometers per hour. This is good. And of course, just the noise I told you that Kakizakai, and that trains whole body, I think. So to be able to make loud sound, trains how to use body or muscles, lung or lips, everything. Everything relates to make loud sound.
Train hard? No. What's it? Training should always be harder than the match or something like that.
So I would say marathon runner would practice more than marathon distance. 50 kilometers they practice. But the marathon is 42 kilos and some more. Not the 50, but they practice 50 kilometers. Something like that.
So that's part 2 of the interview. In the last part, we're talking about some of his personal views on shakuhachi as well as on the topic of shakuhachi and Zen. So watch out for part 3. To make sure you don't miss it, subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. Or, of course, you could go old school and subscribe to my infrequent newsletter. Email, remember that? It works. It still works. Thanks as always to my Patreon supporters whose pledges make a very big difference for making these videos possible. And of course, as always, thanks to you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And of course, as always,